Alright, welcome back, ladies and worms. We got the AOD transmission brought in. It's been a while because it was a project. I can't remember exact issues this customer had, but he did buy it. It is a Monster Trans, at least it's painted like one, it has a sticker on it, all those things. Trying to remember, I believe he bought this and he had it for a while and he didn't get around to installing it or something of that nature. And when he did install it, I can't remember the exact symptoms, but it would no movement, or like first gear range only, or no upshifting. I instructed him on the phone to try and check the governor assembly and things like that, which I think the customer did, and to no avail. Check and make sure the valve was free and all those things, that the weight wasn't loose or anything, and snap ring was intact. But yeah, no, he dropped it off, and like I said, it's a project, so he was in no hurry, and I finally have time to get it torn apart, which I'm gonna do right now and see what we got going on. I'll try and limit my head movement. I'm waiting for like a chest mount that'll be a little bit better, because it's just me here at the shop doing stuff. I don't have people here to help out or anything, it's just me. But let's get into it and see what we can find here. Excuse me. New tail bushing, hardly any wear on it. Don't really see anything in there. It's been a while since I built an AOD. I can't remember if that is turned around or not. I'll have to get the book out and check a lot of little spec stuff with this when I'm going back through it, because like I said, I used to build a lot of them, but yeah, you just don't see these really anymore. You just don't see them. At least I don't, at least. Most of my stuff's 4L60, 4L80, 6L80, 6L90, stuff like that. Yeah, so check ball's locking it. The valve is free. I don't feel any contaminants. Well, the ball should fall out of there, unless I did tell him to take like a piece of rubber and put it in there to hold it in place, but it should just fall out of there, really. God only knows where my magnet is. There we go. I always take like an old O-ring and cut like a little piece of an old O-ring and set it in that little pocket and then slide the governor down. It locks it in real tight when you do that. Like I say, I'll try and keep my head as still as possible, because it is a head mount. They're awfully loose. They're real loose. I'll check that last one with a torque wrench. I know I could use an extender, but still, I'm curious because it did feel really loose. That was pretty tight. Oh, 30? That was the tightest one of them all. That's actually, I think, a little too tight. see. I don't know if my little slide hammer has the piece on it. Oh, I still got this tool on here. Shit. Well, let's try. Well, a lot of times these will come out without it. Yeah, no cut in the shaft. I always cut a little notch in the shaft for direct. Gets a little better lube in there. Fluid is brand new. Fluid looks great. I'm not a big fan of these cheap TransStar $20 pans, or whatever. It's just like the 350 one. TransStar has them all. They're just real cheap, thin pans. You get the drain plug on them. I'm just not a big fan of these. Yeah, something's definitely coming apart in there. Well, that's chock full of metal. Big time. Yeah, no magnet. Just have a magnet in it, but nada. So where's my right socket here? Yeah, fluid looks great. Filter looks alright. Nothing really. That can happen. Just stuck to it. Let's get a little closer here. Actually, let's just check. I got the torque wrench out. Let's see how tight they have these. Again, I can't remember what book on it. It's like 8 or 10 or something. That's 7. 6.4. It sucks. I gotta let it like reset. 8.8. So one at 6, one at 8. One at 8.5. That one at 9.8. 7.6. Unless I hit that one didn't even register. I might have hit that one when I started with the gun. 8.0. I think 8's where it is, but again, I'll have to check the book. That one didn't even register. I don't think I hit that one. 5.5, that's an issue. Kind of inconsistent torques on it. I know these valve bodies are funny because of the aluminum. 7.8. 6. 8.6. Yeah, the torque's kind of all over the place. I mean, that's kind of shitty. And yes, there is different bolt lengths and they do matter where they go. Yeah, I didn't lift on the valve body yet, so the manual valve isn't connected. And I think I do remember too that he said he pulled the valve body off to clean it too, so he just didn't get this realigned when he went back together with it. That would be why you have whatever this is stuck in once you got it mounted in the vehicle, reverse, forward, whatever. Wherever this is sitting, depending on where you have this, so if you have it all the way engaged, like in low, it's gonna push it down, but it's gonna be too far, like you can't get the shifter to move correctly because it didn't have it engaged in the rooster comb right. I don't like seeing, wow, look at all that rust. There's like surface rust on the channel plate. I mean, it's like it was not even a new plate, it's like a cookie cut plate. You can see the swirls in it. I know, I don't think the customer did that. I will ask him, but there's a lot of rust too. Valve's free. Not even a good servo, it's a B servo. I mean, for a performance, I know that's not the one you want to run. Like I said, it's been a minute doing one of these, so bear with me. I gotta get, I will need, let's see. I guess I could, I don't know if his pan bolt, no, it's not long enough. I'm gonna use a pump bolt for the pan. I don't know if I can find my little old crap tool I made for the AODs. It'll still work for this too. Just to compress it so you can get the snap ring off easily. Makes it easier. Sometimes you can get the reverse out, but I already got it out. Might as well just use it, make my life simple. I should say. Really the right tool to get this out of here. Just gotta get it started. Just spin it out like I did the other one. Cover soft, new servo, 3 groove, longest pin. That's how the IDM is off the grooves. It's the right spring. Puts this stuff back. I need out. There's a accumulator in here. Looks like they updated with the molded. Yeah, it's good, soft, new. A lot of grossness. Pretty nasty. Sometimes you can those out, but different story getting it to pop out. A lot of times you got to hit it with air. Sometimes you can, like that. Rings on it are good. It's being a little interesting. Jeez, that should not be in there that tight. Ah. Like I said, that's kind of a weak move running a B, especially if you're trying to, you know, sell it as a performance unit. The A one, or you know, plenty of aftermarket ones too, but like the factory ones are labeled an A, are the good ones. Let's get into it and see what we got going on. A lot of times with these AODs, you can, you know, just completely come apart when you stand them up, just like the AOD. Sometimes, but not always. You gotta kind of drop it a little like that, so that all came out good. So I'll have to move some stuff around. See what we got going on. If I can get it to stop rocking around on me. I see good plates, that's good. Yeah, looks right. Snap rings in the right spot. Clunk spring ain't doing nothing. It's totally dug into the case. Didn't hurt it yet, but get the rear band out of there. Band looks untouched. What's going on with that? Yeah, the band supports snap rings, not indexed correctly, but I mean it'll be okay, but it wasn't indexed right. Here's the direct drum and the output shaft. I can get it to come through here. I need to stand it up on something to do that, because the output shaft's dragging on the table. I'm just gonna grab all of it out here and then I'll go over it all. But yeah, the case is empty. So, I mean, like I said, these come apart really easy. This is a real common problem on here, right here, to watch. Make sure the case isn't destroyed. Case is good. Don't see anything wrong with that. So we'll start from the top, work our way back. Running steel rings. I'd run Teflon in a performance unit, but that's me. No shim, standard yellow washer. I think it's like a number 5 or something. See if they had that indexed right, and I don't think they did. Yeah, that's way off. Yeah, see, you get the bleed orifice here, so it was in the case sitting like this. This is how it's in the unit, like this, right? So when it's in the unit, that should be up here, not down there. What will that cause? Like possible like venting problems and things like that. That thing just came right out of there. We go. Seals are intact. still soft. Check his gears. Pump is junk. Total garbage. It needs a new pump. Bushing's newer. Seal's newer. But on the pump, I'll show you here in a second. Get it cleaned off. I'll show you the wear issue on it. I gotta use the light to show you guys. Get some of this crap blown out of here. Yeah, if you can see that, look at how shiny the bottom part, look how it's grooved up down in the pump there, the outer part of the pocket. Crescent has a slight sharp edge to it too. Hope the camera's picking that up. The flat surface, yeah, it's chewed up a little bit here on the flat surface where the gear rides, but look at that outer part of that gear. Look at it. See how hot and scored up it all is? It's all gouged. That might be where some of our metal's coming from. Maybe. But yeah, it definitely needs the pump, body, and gear. The stator feels good. Has a new bushing in it. Tube itself looks fine. The surface is good. That journal looks okay. That journal's fine. I would run Teflon rings on it, like I said earlier. So it definitely needs a pump body and gear set. Let's check our intermediate plates. Smoked. Yeah, so that's kind of one of the issues when you pull these out like I did. You let them drop. The intermediates will fall like they did. You gotta sneak it out of there. Like that. So it looks like, yeah, those are not alto choline or Raybestos. They're like a Transtar cheap steel. I just tell by the way they look. I've been selling parts and building units, so I know what the parts look like. I mean, it's hot spotted. The plate, it does look like it was an Alto Red Eagle. Maybe. I don't see any print. I mean, it's burnt on the one side, but it'd be nice to see the other side. There's a chunk of it. I mean, it might be Raybestos, it might be some off-brand, but the color though, that really does look like a Red Eagle to me. The pressure plate's good. I mean, these are just cheap China choline steels you can get at Transtar, and the hardness on them suck. They're like like an RB, not even like an RC scale, and they like oil bath them. They're not real like choline. They did put the retainer, the snap ring retainer on there. They don't, I mean, they did peen it over, so that's good. I mean, I go and peen the whole thing around. I know it's a little overkill, but you know, again, it's just something that I do. But they did put the snap ring, the spiral lock on it. I don't even see the edge for it. There it is. Spin it to where I can get it started. Like right there. Should be able to get it started. Actually, I'm gonna need to open this up a little bit. Yeah, it's just a little thin piece of metal that encapsulates the snap ring is all it is. And you go around and turn it over the snap ring after you install it, because the AODs have a big problem with the intermediate snap ring coming off this drum. Yeah, I mean, you end up destroying it when you got to take it back off, but they're not very expensive. They're really cheap. It's just a standard race. Can't tell if it's used or new. It does look pretty new, because usually the rollers will start to wear into the cage a little. So the sprag looks good. As to the direct drum itself, so that's why I won't run those steel rings. It's not hurt yet, but it's starting to put a groove in it. Yeah, they're not alto. So yeah, those intermediates are not alto, because I would see the print. These plates are not damaged. The reverse inputs. I don't know what brand. I mean, yeah, see, just cookie cutter bullshit, which I hate. I hate that. You're paying $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000 for a transmission. Put new pressure plates in it. Why would you cookie cut them? I mean, you can get these. You can still get them. I don't understand that, man. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine. You know, and realistically, why not change it to the mechanical diode drum, the stamped steel? You know, change all of it. But whatever. I don't see any real major damage yet that would attribute to that metal in that pan like we saw. Yeah, so I might not keep doing this on camera because it's going to shake the crap out of the camera. I mean, it's just the piston. I'll get it out later. Doesn't look bad. It's just if I keep doing it, it's going to shake the shit out of the camera. Got the right washer. Make sure they had everything orientated correctly. Yeah, that was right. Yep. Yeah, see, again, it was an old plate, pressure plate, and they just flipped it over. I mean, it got hot, so I mean, why wouldn't you replace it? This is forward. Running the cushion, good, you should. Yeah, I don't know what brand. I mean, because if it was Rebestis, they'd be marked as well. I don't know what brand of plates those are. your bearing like that, and that like that. Your in-between shaft, your other bearing, your sun gear, and you know, it's a 2-stage sun gear because of the planet. Bushings look good. Splines look good. The shell is shot. Look at the notches cut into the shell. I think my light died, yeah. But there's notches cut into the shell. You can get away with that, but I don't like running it like that. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Little pieces of metal break off. So, I mean, in my opinion, it needs a shell. It's never been ran with that. Overdrive band. It's just Kevlar. I mean, the outer drum surface isn't bad. The band is burned up a little bit. There's chunks missing out of it. Sun gear looks okay. The shaft looks fine. Yeah, if this is old, it'll just fall apart real easy. Yeah, it's not. So this, you know, it's just, they're cheap, not very expensive. Planet looks alright. It's for the reverse band. Bushing looks good. Splines look good. We're going to see a problem in direct. I can already see from the discoloration of that. Scarf cuts, I mean, yeah, they work good. But see that notch I'm talking about, putting on that shaft, because that shaft comes all the way back right above that. And when you put a notch in there, it allows for better lubrication, because to direct. These are known for having, especially it's got the cast iron in it still. The ring gear looks alright. It's got the shim, it's got the bearing. Let's see if the splines are wasted. They look pretty done to me. It's one of them things you can't see or hear, but the splines are pretty worn down. They're about 80% gone. Now the plates don't, the gap, yeah, the gap is kind of excessive for direct. Let's see how bad it is. Yeah, this drum's a real problem child. The journal here, into the planet, the splines, the plates themselves, the lube. Yeah, they're definitely coming apart. Definitely a lube issue. I don't see no mass contamination though. Like where shit's really coming apart like what was in that pan. Torque converter is the only other place it would be. It's just torque converter is coming apart, and it's crap that's been stuck in the radiator. And if they're running it like that in series, I suggest not to. But I mean, yeah, it doesn't look too hateful. If he wants me to put it back to the way it was, yeah, it looks like it needs some direct work. Probably reseal the direct, new frictions for that. It does need the intermediates, the directs. Or the reverse inputs are fine. The directs are hurt. The intermediates are a little hurt. Forward's fine. It does need the pump, the shell. I mean, like I said, I'll leave it up to the customer about this shell. You're just going to get a clunky type of engagement, but those pieces of metal can break off, and it'll, you know, your valve body get hung up. The pump is definitely a problem. He's definitely got a pressure problem from that pump like that, for sure. Which is not enough material missing on anything that I see. And get rid of that garbage pan. Get a regular pan or a real nice cast one. Let's see, I think that's it. I mean, I'll break it down the rest of the way tomorrow. I've been here all day today. I'm gonna roll, set it aside on what we need. So it's this, it's a reseal. Yeah, so not terrible, but you know, I think the guy paid a pretty penny for it, and I mean, who knows what they did to the valve body. It's got some upgrades done to it. I don't know what brand these plates are. I don't like that steel, I can tell you that. I just don't, I know how those cheap ones are. But yeah, I mean, it's not too bad for me to fix it up. I'll get with the customer and let him know what's going on and what parts we need to go back through with it. And he's got to, more than likely, replace his torque converter and bypass the radiator and put a new cooler in. And then talk about getting him a better servo. Or if he wants to do other updates to it while I'm in there, or just leave it as it was from them. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Check back soon.